Hi folks, and welcome to our segment today on Experts of Southern Nevada. I'm your host, the real estate coach, Greg Adamore, and today we have a special guest, Bill Stalker. And Bill, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, and we worked together at Liberty Realty, one of the biggest companies in the United States several years ago, and had the pleasure of working with you and your wife, and you're our team.
Yes, we are.
And so she specializes more in the property management for your investors, and you do more sales, is that correct?
That's right. Well, I've been in real estate now. Well, I've been in real estate since 2003, and my wife as well has been in real estate since 2003. Through the years, she decided to branch off and work for a pretty prominent company here, a property management company. All they did was manage property. And she was hired on as a director of property management. And she was managing 300 properties for that company. And she figured, we could probably branch out on our own and do a much better job in serving our customers. And that's what we did. About a year ago, we branched off to started our own the Stalker team. And she's mainly in property management. We currently manage a little over 50 doors. That side of the business is going well. It goes well because we believe in service first. The customer has to come first. There's so many property management companies out there that they manage your property, but you never get to talk to them. And that's our big deal. That's our big deal, is making sure that the customer is serviced first before anything else.
Right. I guess anything you do today, you have to be passionate about to excel at it.
Oh yes, most definitely. I'll tell you a little background about me. I was an information technologies manager for some pretty big names like CBS Sportsline, and I did that for 10 years. And I remember sitting in my office next to the server room, and I'd sit there for 10 to 12 hours a day just writing code. And oh my gosh, I didn't get to see other people very often. I was very closed in. After that little stint, I moved to Phoenix and started working for a prominent real estate company down there as their information technologies manager. And while I was there, in my little cubicle, I fell in love with real estate. I came back to Las Vegas 2 years later, and I got my license in 2003, simply because I love being around people.
Yeah, people person.
Yeah. So it's been a great adventure since the start. I just love it.
Yeah, I guess business would be thriving now. I think we have over 50% of the homes in Las Vegas are rental properties now. Some statistics have indicated it's about 50-50 or a little bit more.
Yeah, or more. Since we had that little deal going on a few years ago. Investors have bought up a lot of property here in Las Vegas, and what they do with that property is they rent it out, and of course they're looking for an opportunity to resell later. But right now, there are a lot of rentals on the market, and there are a lot of folks out there that purchase rental property. They don't even live in the state, and they need someone to look after that property. And I like to think that we're able to do that for them in a very fantastic way.
Yeah, and that's good. And I think it gives them the peace of mind that they need. They're putting out large sums of cash, so it's very important that not only can you sell them the property, but you can be their eyes and their ears. You can keep an eye on the property, make sure that licensed and reputable people are servicing the property, vendors, I guess, everything from pools, landscaping, pest control. I mean, there's quite a bit involved in every single property, isn't there?
Oh, there certainly is, and we have a whole arsenal of vendors. We have painters and landscapers and anything you could possibly think of. So whenever there's an issue with the property, we're able to take care of those problems immediately. We're able to handle everything from finding the tenant in the beginning. Once we find that tenant, making sure that they get in and they enjoy their property, the quiet enjoyment of it all. And if something goes wrong, we're able to take care of those issues for them. Anything under a couple of $100, we take care of, and then we let the owner know later. So the owner isn't even disturbed through the process most of the time. And then when there is a bigger issue, we let the owner know, and we take care of it for them as well. We're able to collect rents, and of course some folks get behind on their rents, and we have to handle those unfortunate situations, but we're able to handle those too.
Yeah, evictions and so forth, and then following the legal steps and remediating problems. Basically, you're in the problem-solving business, aren't you?
Right.
So many words. I'm a licensed property manager also. By the way, that was one of the tougher tests. I've taken tests from every kind, licensing, brokerage, insurance, I mean, you know, everything. And it's one of the things I only do for my handful of my only investors. And I'll gladly refer them to a reputable company like yourself, a team that has all the people in place, all the right resources. And I know when my clients buy a property, what I do is I get a home warranty, a good one, and there's a few companies I'm comfortable dealing with, and more than others. And it's good to have the hot water tank and air conditioning and so forth. And then the things that aren't, you know, you have, like you said, an arsenal of vendors that can go out there and quickly remediate a problem. I know one of the properties I managed, they called up, they have a little baby and they're just in from another country and they were afraid there were scorpions. We do have pest controls.
Yes, yeah.
And I guess as a rental agent, you almost need to have them sign the pest and the mold just like you would on a sale, and the duties owed, and there's a lot of paperwork involved
right.
today, isn't there?
There certainly is.
Yeah.
There is a lot of paperwork involved. And if you want to manage a property correctly, I mean, anybody can go out and manage their own property.
Yeah.
They can certainly do that. But in order, you know, if you just put an ad up in the news, well, you don't even use a newspaper nowadays. You throw an ad up on the internet, Craigslist or someplace. You don't know what kind of tenant you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea. It's kind of a crapshoot, really.
Yeah.
But when you hire a property management company or a property management team, well, you get to realize that we're finding qualified tenants. We're running credit reports and looking at background checks and making sure that you have somebody that's going to actually take care of your property. I mean, it's the biggest investment you're going to make.
Yeah.
So making sure that somebody's going to be in there taking care of your property while you're not overseeing it, and making sure that you're going to get your payment on time.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the battle.
Yeah, that's the important thing there, because they are, like you said, big investments, and people do put down lots of money, and it would be remiss of them to, you know, shop carefully for a good realtor and find a great property and then leave it in the hands of an amateur, or try to do something themselves where they're not really accessible all the time. And I understand you do the billing too, the accounting, so when the landlord or the investor at the end of the year needs a summary, and with your technology skills, you probably have everything set up where they know how much their rent received was, how much the expenses, the management fees, any utilities, costs. So you do all the record keeping.
Oh, most definitely. On a monthly basis, we make sure that all of our owners get a report for that month. And on that report, you'll have rents received, payments have gone out, very detailed. Because I know that if I own a property and I'm renting it out, I want to make sure that I know exactly what's going on with that property. And we pride ourselves in making sure our accounting and of course the reporting is very, very, very detailed.
And I can share with our viewers that when he talks about accounting, he knows what he's talking about. We've had Walter Stocker and Biz Accountants.
Biz Accountants.
Yeah, he's been on the show. He was talking about the benefits of incorporating and wealth of knowledge. He's helped numerous of my clients, and if you need a good CPA, a good accountant, I should say, Biz Accountants is your father. So real estate is in your DNA. Technology is, property management. Your wife does it. The whole family does it. So it's a family-owned business.
I saw my dad on this show, and I noticed you tried to give me a plug, and he didn't come off very well with that plug. So I'll say Biz Accountants is the best accounting firm. Make sure you go talk to Walter Stocker at Biz Accountants.
What's that phone number over there, by the way?
480-4321.
Okay, 4321. We'll double check that.
You might have double check that one.
Yeah, I know he's a great guy. He's helped incorporate my business and saves you a lot of money on taxes legally. So it's good to know to have somebody that's excellent. He's been doing it, what, 40 years or something?
Jeff, well, he's been doing it for over 30 years.
30 years?
Yeah, he's had Biz Accountants for a little over 25. He loves accounting and he loves taxes. And you know, what's cool about our relationship is that he does handle the taxes and he does handle the accounting. And there's some situations where it's difficult for a business owner to purchase property because, well, the way they do their taxes. So when we team up, we're able to help those business owners, those self-employed folks, get into a house. Because it's not always an easy deal. Once upon a time, and you remember this, I mean, in 2000, 2004, 2005, all I needed was a bank statement and a decent credit rating, and I got a loan.
Mm-hmm.
And today it's not so simple. And today with lending being so much tighter, and thank
Mhm.
goodness for that,
Mm-hmm.
but with lending being so much tighter and much more stringent and strict, it's difficult for those self-employed people to get financing. And with our expertise and the help of biz accountants, we can do that.
Yeah, and that is an extra service that we are, that you have available to offer to the clients, and also people need to have their tax returns done properly again because of the criteria that's imposed on them now. We have a lot of self-employed people in Las Vegas. We've got tip earners, and they have certain compliance things.
Yeah.
So you need to stay up with the regulations in order to help people get the homes. You fall in love with a home, and if you can't qualify, it's like making dinner and not eating. It's pretty frustrating. So,
Yes, it is.
so it's good to have that resource available to you, and having a whole team that's able to give that good service. Where do you see the business? I mean, obviously there's a lot of investing in Las Vegas. We're getting people from all over the globe coming here, wanting to buy here. It's still a great market. It's undervalued. One of the best tax structures in the United States, if not the world. So I guess in the next 3 to 5 years, you see more people investing and just wanting to own some of Las Vegas.
Well, as you know, last year we enjoyed over a 30% value gain, and this year it seems although it's slower, which is much more enjoyable for me. I think it's not so scary. But if we enjoy 6% over the next few years and it stays steady, I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to buy Las Vegas. It is the best market in the country, I believe.
Yeah.
From the numbers that I have seen. And investors haven't stopped buying here. I mean, the majority of my clients are investor clients. And I don't see, everybody's talking about this big bubble. I don't see a bubble bursting anytime soon.
Yeah.
So I think we'll just, we'll hang on and stick with it and see just how many investors we can actually help. And I don't know, I'm along for the ride.
Yeah, it's been a nice ride too, and now things are smoothing out a little bit. The market's pretty healthy, mostly traditional sales. Not so many repos, not so many short sales. There's still a lot of people that are caught in limbo as far as what they can do and what they can't do with regard to their situation if they're upside down. I got a call from a viewer this morning, a nice lady named Patricia, and she had a question about her loan modification. She had paid an attorney a couple $1,000s to get it done. And I think she wanted to get it done again. I told her, yes, you can get another loan modification. So thanks to our show, I was able to refer her to Home Again program. And I gave her the phone number, which was is 855-HELP for Southern Nevada, or 1-855-457-4638. The reason this is important, and I'll have Will, our engineer, put this on the teletype, is because they have attorneys that are available to help people in those distressed situations now, free of charge. You don't have to pay a realtor, you don't have to pay an attorney. There's money set aside to the Attorney General's office to oversee this, and she was greatly blessed because she now can get her principal hopefully reduced. They're reducing principals in some cases like $25,000 a year if you pay on the loan modification terms. So there's a lot of help for homeowners, and Home Again program, I just wanted to give them a plug because this is free resources, it's free money for our viewers. And by watching this show, it's an added benefit to them. She was obviously very, very relieved to know that she didn't have to pay $2,000 to redo this, and she needs it redone.
I can see the relief there.
Yeah, yeah. Free is a beautiful thing. Simple is a beautiful thing, right? Yeah. I too get a lot of satisfaction out of giving that interaction with people. You learn to really love people, and if you're in real estate, that's one of the skill sets you need. You really want to have fun with life and meet people. But I think your technology background is really something that you bring into the table because, having read those codes and deal with that, see, that's something that when I went to college, they just really didn't have the technology they have now.
Yeah.
But, we're ongoing continuous education updates all the time. We're going to seminars all week, every week. So
Right.
it's, we're reinventing the real estate business.
Yes, we are. Yeah, I try to use technology in any possible way I can. Through social media. Social media is big right now. Through our website or through the MLS, and I try to find other ways to service my clients using technology via email, or how can I service my clients without bothering them? Because we're talking about owners here, and they hire a property management company because they don't want the grief or the burden.
Yeah.
So I try to use technology in that area in hopes that maybe I can reach them without too many phone calls or you know. So yeah.
Yeah, there's the old saying is if you want to own a lot of property and manage it yourself, then you could be a masochist.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And what led you into the fray, so to speak? I mean, I guess it was just enjoying people, you say, and just have a niche for that market, I guess.
Well, the property management, like I said, when my wife was managing those 300 properties, she found that she absolutely loved it. She is in love with property management. I'm in love with people, and so she's strictly on that side of the business, and she loves it to death.
Yeah.
Personally, I could take her to leave property management, because you get a lot of phone calls about brokering refrigerators and stoves, and I don't like my phone ringing all that much. I enjoy the sales end of it, but I'll tell you, we got into the property management because she loved it so much, and she knew that she could serve the customer better than she was asked to serve at this larger company, and she thought she could bring something to the table. We don't like to do anything unless we can bring something to the table.
Bring some value. Yeah.
That's right.
Tell us about your wife and your family. For the viewers that want to know
Oh,
who Billy Bob is. Who
Billy Bob is.
Who is Bill Stocker? You know? Your wife, I know, she's very successful. And you have 2 kids?
We have my wife and we have 2 children. I've got a 3.5-year-old at home and a 20-year-old who's currently going to college. So she's staying with us for a little while. Sure. And we have a little silky terrier named Baby Boo.
Baby Boo.
Who's also running around the house. No. Very busy house. And the funny thing about that is they're all females. So my life is very active as soon as I walk through the door.
Yeah. You got to start cooking dinner when you get home.
That's right.
Yeah, hurry up.
That actually happens more than you think.
Yeah, help him with homework.
Which is fine. So we have a great family life, and we try to put family first. I mean, everything else is great, and yes, we want to be in real estate, and I'd love to work 26 hours a day. But the truth of the matter is, I do enjoy staying home with the family and just relaxing, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
We were in the studio yesterday to discuss some business with an internet opportunity, and then I had the pleasure of taking my granddaughter, meeting my son and granddaughter out at the drive-in theater that I used to go to as a small kid on Las Vegas drive-ins.
Years.
Yeah, it was just fun. It was beautiful, and those family moments are really precious, and I think all the viewers can appreciate that. Family, you know, is in beautiful times together, and you know, you just really have to enjoy the moments,
right?
You know, whether it's business or at home, and of course, being balanced at home and having a stable relationship really helps. When I consider dealing with a realtor or another client or professional, whether it's a marketing rep or title company rep or a loan officer, any of the various people that we interact with, inspectors and so on. You know, when I get to know them, like yourself, they have a good, stable home life. I know that when they get to work, they're going to be focused.
Right. Yeah.
Because if you have problems at home, you're thinking about home when you're at work.
Right.
And if you're at work and you're thinking about home, you know, so you need to be focused in order to pay attention to your client's needs. And so I always look for that in a individual. They got a, you know, peace of mind at home and support, and a wife telling them to walk the walk.
Do the dishes.
Yeah, do the dishes. and take care of that doggy. What's that doggy's name?
Baby. My daughter named my 3.5-year-old named her Baby Boo.
Baby Boo.
I have no idea what that means.
I bet you have a picture of the dog.
No, I don't actually.
Okay.
I'll bring one next time.
We would love to see the dog. Our viewers, we're all animal lovers here, I guess. You know, good or bad. I got 3 of the little critters at home, and boy, I tell you, they bring a lot of life and joy to us.
They do.
Great companions, especially after dealing with the public all day, you know, and sometimes as pleasant as that can be, it's also a little exhausting from time to time.
Oh, yeah.
8,000 phone calls a day.
Right, you get to walk through the door and you have a dog biting your ankles and kids wrapping around your leg. It's pretty nice.
Kind of like the old...
It is, it's a good life.
Like the Flintstones, huh? Like Dino, you know, the dog ripping on him. Yeah. Now that's for the baby boomers. Okay, if you're not a baby boomer, that doesn't relate to you.
We should have brought a picture.
Yeah, I know, they would love that. Yeah, you know. So what was your favorite cartoon growing up?
What about, oh boy, I'm going to go back now. The Jetsons. I love the Jetsons.
Oh yeah. Well, they had the treadmill in that, so
Yeah, that's
that
true.
was good.
I'm not a fan of treadmills, but I am a fan of the Jetsons.
Yeah. That's a good. That's a cute little bit of humor there. But we gotta have a little fun here. You
That's
know,
right, gotta have a
life is about the fun times and the moments, but and enjoying things with people. And I think a sense of humor is a gift. You know, I think people have it or you don't, and it's a great thing. I think to help break the stress and the tension sometimes of in business. And I remember when we started, I said baby boomers, so I'm including myself. And by the way, in today's Review Journal, it said that we're the 6th fastest growing state in the United States, primarily to the infusion of baby boomers. Baby boomers, for all you young tech people, I want you to know, born between 1946 and 1964. I guess that's the actual time.
It's way before my time.
No, I'm in there. So even though I look great, no, just
I
kidding.
pegged you for 30.
Yeah, no, you look great. But yeah, you are 30. Right? Yeah, I got shoes that old. But but yeah, they're coming to Las Vegas to retire. We got Sun City, we got Anthem, we got retirement communities, we got no state inheritance tax or income tax. We don't have corporate tax. A lot of people want to come here and settle down. I'm getting a lot of people. I got Ken that just came in. Ken and Mary just got here this week and bought a home, and they came from Missouri. And they got hurricanes, tornadoes, you know, floods.
Yeah.
Everything's happening down there. You know, in California, you got the fire, so people want to come here. It's pretty safe from, you know, acts of God and, you know, acts of nature and you know, the climate, except for the heat. But you know, we got more swimming pools and air conditioners
That's
than anywhere
right.
else.
That's right.
Except Dubai.
That's right.
But yeah, Vegas is just a friendly climate, and a lot of statistics. The Hispanic market's about 30%. So I guess for viewers or realtors that are aspiring to be, or maybe students that are aspiring to be realtors, it might take up a second language. We're getting a lot of the community, the Hispanic community, I think is over 30%. And again, the baby boomers are coming here, so a lot of interesting statistics that we keep track of, and that's part of the thing about being a realtor, knowing your market and knowing your neighborhood, and getting something like yourselves and that your wife is very, very good at, and stick with it. You know?
That's right.
Specialize. You know, you do one or two things very, very well, and then provide that type of value to your client. If people want to get a hold of you, what's the best number? Your cell phone or?
Oh, if you want to get a hold of us, the best number is 702-807-7729. That's my cell phone number. I keep it on my hip all the time. Okay. Our web address is stockerteam.com. That's stockerteam.com. You can do anything on that website. You can search for property. You can contact us. You can get, if you're looking for a comparative market analysis, you can certainly receive one from the website. You can do just about anything real estate on that website.
So it's interactive and it's user-friendly, yeah?
Yes, it is. Yes,
well, that's good. That's great to have those tools in place, and today's society is so automated, you know. And
it is.
Let's say somebody wants to buy a house from you, and they say, hey, well, we're going to spend $400,000. What's the rent? You can actually on your site probably do overlays of the different areas of like that zip code or 4 or 5 bedrooms. How much rent? Because you do rental market analysis just as typical traditional realtors do price analysis.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Almost definitely. When I'm dealing with an investor who's looking for rental property, it's very important to be able to pinpoint those neighborhoods that bring the most rents. Now, there are some pretty good neighborhoods here in town where you can still find a good 10 to maybe even 20% rate of return on your money. And being able to pinpoint those neighborhoods and those properties, and that's a specialization that we're pretty proud of, and we're able to help our clients that way.
Yeah. So right from the initial phase of somebody saying, hey, Las Vegas, we've been thinking about it for a long time, ready to invest in it, we eventually maybe want to come out here and retire, it'd be a good time to buy now. Contact your office. You can not only help them and assist them in locating a property, but evaluate the prospects for what type of rate of return they might be able to get.
You bet. And
then you could have Walter, your pop, take a look at their tax structure and see how much tax benefits are they going to get. Because that's a really important part of the equation. A lot of people forget that when you buy property, you might be saving $250 a month on taxes. So they might have a $1,200 a month payment, but really after taxes benefits, it's really like a $950. So a lot of people are starting to wake up that, hey, wow, my rent seems like it's $1,200, but you know, without the tax benefits, it's like a $1,450.
Yeah.
So some people aren't factoring
Yeah.
into that. So you have the
bet.
resources right there in your own office.
That's the thing about, I think the biggest part of good business is relationships. And because of our relationships, we're kind of like a one-stop shop for real estate. We can handle just about anything that comes at us.
Good. Yeah, and that's something that we enjoy, and it's good to team up and like with friends and other associates that are professionals that you trust, like yourself and your team, and then you know, share them with the community and through the internet and the virtual tours of the properties and so forth. Basically, people can see the properties right from their cell phones now, or from their laptops, or on their TV screens with HDMI cables. You can put them on the big screen. We do that at our office. People come in, we show them how there it is, and they see, you know, great big blow up color pictures and virtual tours.
Yeah, I saw some statistic about cell phones, and they said like 90% of the folks that are looking online for a property are using their cell phones now.
My goodness.
And I thought, wow, that's a big number.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just come about over the last year and a half or 2 years, because 2 years ago we weren't using smartphones like we are today.
Oh, yeah.
That was an amazing statistic to me.
It really is. I've heard somewhere about the high 80s also, that people search on, you know, the various different websites. And it's good to contact like yourself or myself and work on our websites, because the properties that we have there are available. Whereas a lot of the ones on the big names, Zillows and stuff, I get people calling me about them, and they've been written out 4 months, 6 months ago.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And they're still valuable tools.
Well, they are valuable.
Not kept up to date.
They're valuable tools, but they lag in time a bit.
Yeah, real time.
I get calls all the time about properties that are either for sale or for rent. Or so, well, I'm sorry, but apparently that one closed last year. But we're happy to help you anyway, and we'll see what you're looking for, and we have the ability to. We'll go ahead and email you out some properties and see if we can't find you something that actually is available.
Right,
So that's what we
that
try
meets
to
their
do.
criteria.
Right,
Yeah,
you bet.
Excellent. Yeah, on the internet, I got a buyer this week, 400 to 600,000, coming from Oklahoma, on an advertisement, into 5 bedrooms. You know, so they'll tell you exactly what they want: a pool or a community pool, 3,500 feet. So you can respond to exactly what they want and send them just the properties that meet their needs. They have pet requirements, or they have a lot of children in your school. They contact you. You get them properties that are on target that they can actually get into.
Right.
And you can give them the keys. So that's a beautiful thing.
That's
when you have somebody the
That's
keys.
right.
That's the fun
Zillow,
part.
Zillow can't do that.
No, you gotta have the golden key and the golden touch.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, I surely want to thank our viewers for being with us today, and remind the viewers we have about 250,000 people in the community that have access to our station, plus another 35,000 on the in the hotel room. So we got, and then the millions that could be available on the worldwide tour. So we'll invite everyone back next week, and our shows will be airing every Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. and 5 p.m. And if you have any questions about real estate, property management, or investing, or taxes, or anything real estate, contact Bill, and he'd be glad to help you out. And I know he answers his phone. I call him all the time.
That's right.
Thanks for coming in today.
Yeah, thank you for having
Really
me. I do appreciate it.
My pleasure. Hope you have you back soon.
Thank you.